real reason police in Atlanta are walking off the job right now has nothing to do with racism. It has everything to do with the silent majority, the people that respect cops, the people that respect the rule of law, the people that don't want to be subject to violent crime and murder and robbery, and they don't want their neighborhoods to degenerate into chaos. That's most people. But most of those people, most of you maybe, are afraid to say one word supporting cops right now. One word. That's why this is happening. You get riots that are burning down entire cities. You get chaos. You get murder. You get police murdered for trying to protect people. And that entire time, everyone's spitting on cops. Well, when you have cops in Atlanta that tried to arrest Rayshard Brooks, who was drunk driving after just being at his kid's birthday party, kids who he had physically abused. That's why he was in prison. That's why he was just on parole just recently, just because of COVID. That's the only reason he's not in jail right now. When you're supporting him, who tried to take an officer's weapon, assaulted officers, you're supporting him instead of cops that followed what they're supposed to do in their job description. You want a drunk driver on the streets? You can't say a single word to support these cops? If these conversations don't change in the silent majority, the extreme idiots on the fringes that are burning down the Wendy's Rayshard was trying to get a burger from. Why are you burning down a Wendy's? What does that have to do with anything? Those people are going to be the ones that dictate policy. That's why there are murder charges against cops who did their job appropriately. That's what's going on here. So if you're afraid to use your voice, if you're afraid to steer the conversation in the right direction, if you're afraid to support the people who protect you day in and day out, what do you think is going to happen? You have to talk about it. You cannot afford to be the silent majority if you want to live in a society that respects rule of law. That's all there is. That is on the table right now. Places like Atlanta, cops are walking off the job. The same sentiments exist here in Canada. Places like Minnesota, they're actively defunding the police. I've had conversations in person with people who think that defunding the police, even in Canada, is a reasonable way to go. If you want crime-ridden neighborhoods, if you want more violent crime, if you want drunk drivers to just get away with drunk driving, and hey, maybe they don't run over your kids, or maybe they don't drive their car into your house or whatever it is, then don't say anything. But if you respect rule of law, you respect your safety, you respect public safety, then maybe you should start saying something.